Vanek thumbed through the papers in his hand. "You were first arrested at 10, he said, scanning the page. Everyone remembers his first time. Twice again that year, twice at 11. You were picked up when the Stad Watch arrested at a gambling hall when you were 14, but you haven't served any time since." It was true. No one had managed to pinch on Kaz in 3 years. "I cleaned up," Kaz said. "Found honest work. Live a life of industry and prayer. Don't blaspheme," Vanek said mildly, but his eyes flashed briefly with anger. "A man of faith," Kaz noted, as his mind sorted through everything he knew about Vanek. Prosperous, pious, and a widower, recently remarried to a bride not much older than Kaz himself. And, of course, there was the mystery of Vanek's son. Vanek continued painting through the file. "You run book on prize fights, horses, and your own game of chance. You've been floor boss at the Crow Club for more than 2 years. You're the youngest ever run a betting shop, and you've doubled its profits in that time. You're a blackmailer. I broker information. A con artist. I create opportunity. A bod and a murderer. I don't run whores, and I kill for a cause. And what cause is that? Same as yours, Merch. Profit. How do you get your information, Mr. Brekker? You might say I'm a lockpick. You must be a very gifted one. I am indeed." Kaz leaned back slightly. "You see, every man is a safe, a vault of secret and longings. Now, there are those who take the brute's way, but I prefer a gentler approach. The right pressure applied at the right moment and in the right place. It's a delicate thing." "Do you always speak in metaphors, Mr. Brekker?" Kaz smiled. "It's not a metaphor." He was out of his chair before his chains hit the ground. Kaz pushed through the crowd, mind buzzing, heart racing, unsure of what he was meant to do, but at the door of the shop, a giant bruiser in a bowler hat stopped him with one meaty hand. "Shop's closed." "I can see it's open." Kaz's voice sounded wrong to him. Reedy, unfamiliar. "You'll have to wait. I need to see Jacob hurt soon." "Who?" Kaz felt like he was about to climb out of his skin. He pointed through the window. "Jacob fucking hurt soon. I want to talk to him." The bruiser looked at Kaz as if he were deranged. "Get your head straight, lad," he'd said. "That ain't no hurt soon. That's Pecker Rollins. Want to get anywhere in the barrel, you'd best learn his name." Kaz knew Pecker Rollins' name. Everyone did. He'd just never seen the man. At that moment, Rollins turned toward the window. Kaz waited for acknowledgement. A smirk, a sneer, some spark of recognition. But Rollins' eyes passed right over him. One more mark, one more coal. Why would he remember? Kaz had been courted by any number of gangs who liked his way with fists and cards. He'd always said no. He'd come to the barrel to find Hertz and punish him, not to join some makeshift family. But learning that his real target was Pecker Rollins changed everything. That night, he lay awake on the floor of the squat he'd hold in, and thought of what he wanted, and of what would finally make things right for Geordie. Pecker Rollins had taken everything from Kaz. If Kaz intended to do the same to Rollins, he would need to become his equal, and then his better, and he couldn't do it alone. He needed a gang, and not just any gang, but one that needed him. The next day, he'd walked into the site and asked poor Haskell if he could use another soldier. Kaz took in the sickly pallor of the creature's face. He had dark hollows beneath his eyes, and the fragile, trembling build of someone who had missed several meals and didn't seem to care. "Yurda Param is a cousin to the ordinary Yurda," and I continued. "It comes from the same plant. We're not sure of the process by which the drug is made, but a sample of it was sent to the Kirch Merchant Council by a scientist named Boyle Bayer." "Shoe?" "Yes. He wished it effect, so he sent us a sample to convince us of the claims regarding the drug's extraordinary effects. Please, Mr. Brekker, this is the most uncomfortable position. If you'd like, I will give you a pistol. We can sit and discuss this in a more civilized fashion." "A pistol and my cane." Vanek gestured to one of his guards, who exited the room and returned a moment later with Kaz's walking stick. Kaz was just glad he used the damn door. "Pistol first," Kaz said, slowly. Vanek conceded the truth with an easy nod. "Neutrality is a luxury Kirch has enjoyed too long. The members of the council think that their wealth protects them, that they can sit back and count their money while the world squabbles. And you know better?" "Indeed I do. Yurda Param is not a secret that can be kept or quashed or stashed in a cabin with the Zemeni frontier." "So all your talks of trade lines and markets collapsing." "Oh, it will happen just as I predicted, Mr. Brekker. I'm counting on it. As soon as the council received Boyle Bayer's message, I began buying up Yurda fields in Novi Zem. When Param is unleashed on the world, every country, every government will be clamoring for a ready supply of it on their Grisha." Chaos. What? Why is Matthias there? I guess I'm at the wrong